I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
Oh, shit. What's up, everybody? I'm Fool.
And I'm Main One, and we're Unplugged, Free Your Mind, a show where we discuss and share our perspectives on an array of topics and world news from an unfiltered, unbiased, and unplugged point of view. Welcome back to another week of Unplugged. Salute Kid Gravity.
If you want to come on, let us know in the comments. I'll send you the link because you might have some questions for Homeboy that's gonna be on the show, yo. So you're more than welcome to come on.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another week of Unplugged, where we give y'all some of the news that you haven't heard, that you're not going to see on mainstream media. As always, like, share, subscribe. And as you come in, let us know where you're coming in from. Put it in the comments where you're coming in from. What's going on, homie?
Yeah, let me get this golf shit out real quick before we start this show. Number one, I have a tournament Monday. My mother may be coming out. My mentor may be coming out also. As y'all know, with golf, it's like this. It's ebb and flows. So you have ups and you have downs. And I've kind of been going through something a little bit. But after having a conversation with my homeboy from back in Jersey, something could have happened. Matter of fact, I just said that. Let me send this link to my man's that's here. And I was with my homeboy Atwater at the golf course earlier because obviously I'm working on fixing what the issue is. And a couple drives, I hit like dead straight into the woods. He was like, "Well, if you do that, you good." I said, "Yeah, if I do that," because we talk about just the range. We talk about doing that on the golf course. Mm-hmm. But something could have clicked. I know one thing: the way I was moving my body today, I have to make sure that I stretch tonight, and it's more so stretching my hips because I think I was moving my hips in a different way that I haven't done consistently. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm stretching tonight. I got some things I got to do anyway. But if any of you know anybody from Flint, Michigan, please make sure that you get them on this particular show. I'm not joking, because we want to make sure that we hear from the residents of Flint, Michigan. This ain't a show where we're gonna be going. It ain't about back and forth. We want to ask questions. We want to know from the standpoint of people who lived through it and who still living through it. So, like I said, if you or anybody you know are from Flint, Michigan, living there now, please let us know. And Jermaine, if you want, you can find that clip of Abomination. Of the Abomination with his little part in. If you want to play that too, yo.
I was gonna cue it up.
Yeah, because like for all of y'all out there on my end, I always talked about how we shouldn't be buying Nestle Pure Life water, but that was like an end result of what happened. When you hear what really happened and what led up to it, it's scary. We probably we're gonna put it down there so y'all can see it too. The documentary that you all need to watch. It's one of the saddest things you will ever see, and people are like, when you got people who are just we've been on for 2 minutes, perfect. When you got people who are pieces of shit, it's certain levels of pieces of shit. The people that were behind what happened in Flint, they don't need to be put under the jail. They need to be put under hell. Like whatever's underneath there, or if that's a real place, they need to be underneath it, because it honestly and truly is sad. If you check the comments, you'll see the oh wait a minute, that's the yeah. You can watch it on YouTube. Definitely can watch it on YouTube. That's the documentary right there. You want to check it out, everybody. I'm serious. So as of right now, please just spread the word. In about 5 minutes, I guess is going to be coming on. We have one person coming on to kind of tell his story and how things were happening with him and his family and certain things or whatever. But we want to hear from everybody. So on my end, I'm doing my best to kind of reach out to as many people as I can to let them know, because I'm telling y'all, this was kind of the kicking point to all of this. We got a lot of stuff going on. This was done underhanded. Now what they doing, they just put it in your face. They just like, whatever. We don't, because they saw the reaction that they saw how it wasn't really a backlash before. And that's something we're going to talk about too, that Jermaine brought up to me in reference to what happened in that documentary. This ain't got nothing to do with the political side that's going to help you at all. Like, you can't blame the Republicans for how they fucked up, and you can't say that the Democrats came in and saved the day, because when we break this down and tell y'all what happened, and after y'all watch it, you're going to see that, just like Jermaine has been saying for the longest, it's two heads of the same motherfucking snake. You might as well say it's a tag team. You got the Republican and the Democrat on the same side. They're gonna tag each other in and keep on doing the same goddamn thing. And it doesn't really matter. So start tagging people, y'all. Like, get people on. Usually we talking about like, share, subscribe. Fuck that. Get people on if they from Detroit. Excuse me, if they from Flint, Michigan. Hell, I mean I forgot about this because this was homeboy that played for Michigan State. I forgot his name, but these the Flintstones. They call themselves Flintstones. I forgot that point guard name that played for Michigan State when they won the championship. The dude with the beard. He looked old as hell. He was in college.
Mateen Cleaves.
There you go. Yep. He was a Flintstone. I slipped up. I should have hit them up. But most of them was from Flint.
Yeah. I mean, we talking about we always talk about how our government is corrupt, and most people, when they hear corrupt, they think of just like some ordinary corrupt, like, yeah, that's my nephew, and I'm putting him on a board over here, and he receiving money. No, we talking about like some corruption on the highest level, where they even brung in Obama to cause cover for this governor Snyder, for his bullshit. So Obama, they brought the whole team in to provide cover for this guy, and everybody love that dude Obama, man. But I keep telling people, and every person I come in contact with, and they talk about Obama and how he was the best president, and then when I break it down to how he was a piece of shit, they be like, "What? I didn't know he did that. I didn't know that." Yeah, he was a piece of shit. He was a piece of fucking damn shit. But check this out. So on top of and I just play a couple. We'll just wing it until the guests come in. So speaking of some more water shit that's going on, we all know what's going on in Ohio. So I want everybody to look. Do I need to blow this up a little bit? Can you see?
Nope.
It's good.
Oh wow. You
see, right? Look, you see,
wow.
Look at the date. The date is February 18th, 2023, right? Check this out. April 3rd, 2023. So he's telling the people, yeah, it's safe. Yeah, you can drink it or whatever. But 7 CDC workers then fell sick investigating this shit.
And they probably, honestly, they saying fell sick. They probably dead. They probably gone.
Bros.
And if anybody is listening on Clubhouse, if y'all know anybody from Flint, Michigan, please get them on, and we would definitely get them the link to be able to come on the podcast, because we just want to hear people's stories. That is the biggest thing about this.
Obama gave the good housekeeping seal to the president. troubled waters of Flint, Michigan. And Jerika Duncan is there.
Can I get some water?
Before a crowd of 1,000.
I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
President Obama took a sip of Flint's filtered tap water, assuring the people there that he cares.
I've got your back. Not too long ago, I received a letter.
The president singled out 8-year-old Mari Copany.
Mr. President.
She wrote him a letter in March expressing her about the water. How would you describe the Flint water?
It's nasty.
Why is it nasty?
It gives you bad rashes and headaches.
Flint's water crisis began 2 years ago after the city switched its water supply from Detroit to the Flint River to save money. The water wasn't treated for corrosion, causing lead to leach from aging pipes. 3 government workers have been charged with misconduct and conspiracy to tamper with evidence. One of them was arraigned today and pleaded no contest. Though officials now say filtered tap water is safe, many, like Paris James, don't believe it.
When they said it was okay, it wasn't really okay.
The single mother's daily routine begins at 6 in the morning. Her 3 children get ready for school using bottled water. She drives them 20 minutes outside of Flint to her parents' house to bathe.
So you refuse to pay your water bill? Mm-hmm. Why pay for poison?
To date, the city has handed out more than 24 million water and over 100,000 filters. Scott, the mayor here, says she wants to replace all of the pipes, but right now there just is not enough money to do that.
Not enough money to do that, but we done sent over $100 billion to Ukraine.
It's the crazy thing about that statement is, if people do the back history about what happened with Flint and how they went bankrupt and everything like that, if the government were to do the right thing and actually fix those pipes, the jobs would be ridiculous that people could get, and it honestly could save the entire economy. It can revitalize everything about it. That's a story to be told right there. But that's not what they want to do because they have to keep the bullshit going. What's up, KG? And we're not surprised. All right, my man popped on. Right now, I'm just waiting for his there we go. We have a brother coming on to tell his side or whatever of what happened and what he had to live through. And we talked yesterday, and all I can do is hope that he got some other people come on because we want to hear as many stories as possible. So without further ado, I want to welcome my man. Is it Yaman? Fam, can you hear me? The reception's kind of bad, Holmes.
Let me get to somewhere that's a little boy. Okay.
What's up, Jay?
All right, Jay. You know that background. I'm start messing things up. Now we still waiting for you to have a little some better reception, my man.
KG, you're right. Hella distractions out here. Jay, you sound like Mickey Mouse.
I don't know what's going on right now. What else do we expect, yo? Especially talking about this subject. I hope his reception. I hope he can find a spot with some good reception because I've been looking forward to this. And for everybody out there watching, hold up. me just wait to see if his screen pops on first before I bring him on. See if the reception is low. There we go. Let's see what's up. All right, homeboy.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we good.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, like I said, how do we pronounce your name?
Yaman.
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 I apologize.
Yaman. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yaman. Yeah.
We wanted to bring you on because, you know, I've always talked about the Nestle Pure Life water and what happened with Governor Rick Snyder and that particular company. But we wanted to bring people on from Flint that's actually lived through it to tell us what's going on the ground, because we don't know. And myself and Jermaine, we watched a documentary about it last night. Before that documentary, I had never heard of Legionnaire's disease before, ever. I had never heard about it. But now I see the reason why they kept it out of the news is because if they would have let that out, it really would have been outrage. So go ahead, my man. Let us know your story as far as what you had to deal with in Flint.
Let me see if I can get it situated. Okay. Now, I'm born in Flint, raised in Lansing, Michigan. My mom went to Michigan State University. Now, all our family live in Flint still. Lansing is only 45 minutes.
God, dog it.
Bruh. All I can say is I'm not surprised. A story like this, I ain't surprised.
I ain't surprised either, but damn it, man.
And I know that I don't think he's that far from me because he's actually here. So it's pockets where the reception is just horrible.
Yeah, y'all dealing with that with Comcast down there.
Shit, Comcast, it's these fucking towers, yo. The way they got these towers set up, I think it's just bad. Plus, we know that 5G is some trash anyway. So it is what it is. You ain't need the background, Jay. You got shirt on. You good.
Let's see what that sound like though.
Okay, how's my sound?
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, not sounding like many. All right, let's see what's up. Hopefully, third time's the charm. Nope.
God,
what everybody can do, if you look in the comments, you'll see there we go. You'll see the link to the documentary. That's it right there at the bottom of the screen. You have to watch this documentary. If you just type in Frontline Flint Water Crisis on YouTube, it'll come up. I'm telling you, it will break your heart. It will truly, truly break your heart, and you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be fire red hot because they showed you that they don't give a fuck. And what we gotta understand is it ain't political and it ain't got nothing to do with your race, because white people live in Flint too. Mm-hmm. They do not care, because part of the backstory is that Flint, they went bankrupt. So they had an emergency manager or something like that. And with this emergency manager, they didn't have to answer to anybody. They could do whatever the hell they wanted. And one of the things that they did was, which was Governor Rick Snyder, that the water that they were getting, they shifted that or whatever. And Nestle was able to get that. And they were pumping that water, and Flint ended up losing out because of it. But they didn't just lose out on water, because we know that obviously you got to have, hold up, let's see what's up.
Hey, I'm
all
right. I'm in Atlanta right now, and this is a different, is messing with my phone, but I'm back.
Okay.
All right. right now. What was y'all talking about that I missed out?
Nah, you was saying that your mom's went to Michigan State. Now go ahead and keep going.
Okay, so now we lived in Lansing a long time, and then when the Flint water crisis came along, when I go to Flint to visit, I would forget to do things. Like I know I couldn't drink. I had to drink the bottled water, but I would forget that I was trying to cook greens, and I used the water from the faucet, right? I put everything into the greens, and then they were like, "Wait a minute, did you use bottled water or not?" Because I wasn't living right there to know that I had to use everything with bottled water. It was terrible, you know. So then, like taking showers and everything, only do it for 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. And then my grandmother, she's 88 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, using underwater. All the water we go get from these churches and everything, I would have to haul them into my grandmother's house and everything to make sure that she had water because she could not use that water. It's ridiculous. And they still sitting on them water bills. They still got to pay for the water and everything.
That's crazy.
Everything. So then it got so bad. It got so bad that I had a cousin that wasn't able to get their own thing. So whenever I went to Flint just to chill with my family, I was working, making sure they had water and everything. And then when I go back to Lansing, I'm like, I can just drink my water. But then what people don't really want you to know is that it wasn't just Flint. This whole water system, some of it was connected to different systems that's in the area, like Grand Blanc area, you know what I'm saying, Taylor, all kind of different areas. But they weren't talking about that because they act like it was just an isolated incident. It wasn't isolated. It wasn't just Flint. You know what I'm saying? But they made it look like that. And because Flint used to be very nice until they took Fisher Body and GM and all that out there, then it got trifling. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what it is. But at the same time, how do we really know if the water is really safe? Just because a company buys the system to make it safe, who's to say it really is? Because there's still people getting sick. Still people getting sick out there. And this government, that's why I always say, a lot of people don't like when I say this, but America does not give any, I'm not a cuss. Americans don't care about Americans. Our government does not, okay, well, our government don't give a fuck about us. All these homeless people out here, all these millions of dollars out here, you know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And in Michigan, we ain't getting paid what people in California is getting paid or in Atlanta getting paid. You know what I'm saying? It's like they make you feel like you got to do just enough to get ahead. Just enough to get ahead. And then at the same time, they taking money out of our taxpayer. We pay taxes, but we can't drink water that's here. But we paying taxes and all this. They don't, and there's so many homeless. If you come to Flint right now and you go down DuPont, you go up Dayton, or you go up Martin Luther King, you will see at least 20 boarded up houses. And you will also see at every liquor store, every store you go to, it's going to be somebody out there asking for money. There's one person out there with a child. And they asked me for money. I said, well, I said, tell me the truth. He said, I'm an alcoholic. I need to get some gin. He wanted some Ghibli's gin. You know what I'm saying? And he said, I need to give my daughter something to eat. So I went in there. I got him his gin. Then I got a motherfucker, gave him $5, handle your business. But it's sad. It's just a sad thing because the water crisis shouldn't have lasted 3 years to get resolved.
It's going on more than 3 years.
That just shows that just shows in the black community, the government ain't gonna help. Now, if it happened in Bloomfield Hills, right outside of Detroit, or you know what I'm saying, Grand Rapids or something like that, it'd have been a whole different hookup. But Flint, they know it's predominantly black, and they don't give a fuck about us. That's what happened.
Did you happen to watch that documentary that I sent you?
I started watching, then I got glitched off. It glitches me. Like, I don't know why it's a glitch. I don't know if it's this crib or nothing, but I did watch the documentary. I started watching it, but it glitched off, but I did start watching it. And I didn't know, I don't really, go ahead.
The house that you staying at, if they got a smart TV, just pull it up on YouTube and watch it on the TV so you can watch the whole thing. The reason why I asked you that, because I wanted to ask you personally, do you know anybody that was affected by that Legionnaire's disease?
No, I didn't know anybody that had the Legionnaire disease. Personally, I did not. But I know people that have drunk that water and they had to be hospitalized and they have some type of bacteria in their stomach or something. They end up getting some kind of stomach problem, like a flu or something. But it was related to that water because when they test their urine, it was something in their urine that wasn't supposed to be there. I can't know exactly what it was, but it was something wrong.
Yeah,
but I don't know nothing about the Legionnaire disease that people got.
Even with the Legionnaire disease, from watching that documentary, they were covering it up and masking it as just pneumonia. So a lot of the cases were coming in and they were just labeling it pneumonias, almost like with this C-19 thing that was going on, where they were just saying, "Oh, well, it's just this, it's just that, it's not that," or whatever the case may be, or you died from this when there was maybe complications from that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, I commend you, my man. I commend you, my man.
What'd you say, Jay?
I was saying that I know the Bronx had a case of Legionnaires 2 years ago. They didn't say if it was what exactly caused it, but I've heard of it before because it did hit certain apartment buildings, project-like apartment buildings in the Bronx. And they were trying to say that it was because of the filtration system in the building, that they weren't keeping it up to code. And certain buildings in New York, they go through inspection. Right. So they check for things like that. But there was a bad breakout of about, I want to say over 1,000 people got sick from Legionnaires. This happened in 2019 and 2020, a combination. But for all we know, it very well could have been C-19. I distinctly remember because my office was in the Bronx and I was like, okay, well, how many places are affected by this? There were buildings close to where I was working at Fordham and Jerome that was affected by it. And it wasn't just an isolated area. It was like a different buildings around certain parts of the Bronx. I remember that. So I definitely have heard of Legionnaires.
Yeah, I never heard of that shit.
The crazy thing about that is if there was an outbreak like that, then 9 times out of 10, it was probably from the water, because New York had an issue. New York had an issue with water too.
It's hard to say because, like you were saying, Jermaine, and I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Just when they were telling us, oh, it's the flu, it's respiratory this, it's respiratory that, oh, it's bronchitis. Who the hell knows exactly what it was? It was a bad breakout. But at the time, it was they were trying to say, oh, well, we found Legionnaires. And it was common amongst the people. But let me tell you this. There are certain things when you go to the hospital and lab, well, depending on how sick you are, they don't check for. So in other words, if it, when people was getting sick with respiratory stuff, they may have said that it was Legionnaires, but it may not have been because they weren't testing for that. They specifically test for certain bacterial infections and viral infections.
Yeah, and Yaman, if you know anybody that really was affected, like you said, you have people that was that got hospitalized, anything like that, feel free to send them the link that I sent you, because our objective is to hear the stories of the people who are from there, yo. Like the issue is that the people that living there now,
the same link that, right? I'm saying the same link that you sent me. That's the link.
The same exact link I sent you. Send it to other people and just let them know they're gonna be on camera like you, so we can hear theirs. Like we want to hear as many people's story as possible.
Yeah.
If you said your grandmother's 88, how is she holding up over there?
We back? Can y'all hear me?
Can you? Yeah, we can now. Can you hear us? We were asking, how's your grandmother doing?
Oh, okay. My grandmother?
Yeah, how's she doing?
She doing great. You know my grandmother?
No.
You were saying she's 88 and she had to deal with the water issue. We're asking how she's doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we came here to Atlanta together because my auntie, you know what I'm saying, had a retirement party. So me and my grandma flew from Flint to here. So we in Georgia right now. She doing well. She 88, living good, but she don't cook with it or nothing, and she only take a shower every other day. She don't even want to take a shower every day like normal people do, but she don't do shit anyway. But she's real cautious. Even in her house, if somebody come over, she got a mask on. Even when we went to the party, she got a mask on. She don't anything she cook with, even if she rinse some meat, she don't even use the water to rinse the meat. She uses bottled water. That's why I got to take a gang of it over there to her. But she's well because she's taking the precautions. And then it's a lot of people right now that think, oh, it's okay. They solved the problems. They replaced the pipes. They did that shit. They did that. They don't know this shit. They don't know this shit.
So they did.
It's
so
what
they did replace the
that
pipes.
we're gonna believe.
So they did replace
No,
the pipes. Or
they say they replaced.
Okay.
They said they replaced the pipes. That's what they said. But I don't believe it.
Yeah, because
I don't believe it because the construction and stuff.
Yo, if I ain't see no work in my area, wouldn't no pipes replaced.
Right. Right.
And I'm telling you now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you ain't got the, if I don't see these trucks going down deep into the ground and all this, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? Because all we do, this is how we've been brought up. This everybody been brought up. If this this or that is something we believe, just like motherfuckers believe in Santa Claus, just like we celebrate Easter. It's an Easter break. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just what we were brought up to believe. So everything's okay. I've been to Flint many a time, and I see the construction going on. I didn't see it. And the people there in Flint, they didn't see it. That's why to this day, my family still don't use their water. They still use bottled water now, even though they say that it's okay to use.
You're breaking up. I think you just have a bad connection where he is. But yeah, man, if I was in that area,
And being that this was such a big story, if they did do something with the pipe, man, this shit would have been all over the media.
I've been trying to figure out, why is it still an issue? If they were doing something to remediate that, I want y'all to think about something. And I haven't seen the video on YouTube. I'm watch it, but I'm thinking about long-term issues. This goes back to things like asbestos.
Don't even, what you just said, it ain't worth saying. Watch a documentary.
I will. I mean, but it don't take rocket scientists to be like, what are the long-term effects?
The reason why I'm saying that, when you watch the documentary, you're gonna get
you're gonna see the long-term effects.
Honestly, that shit gonna bring you to tears. That documentary is fucking heartbreaking and sad.
I bet.
These people that were in charge, like I always say it, it's pieces of shit in every spectrum of any race. It don't matter. You can be a piece of shit. Yeah. When you do certain things, you're not human. These people that did this, they don't have a soul. There's no way you can be human and do the things that they did, because, like he said, they just don't give a fuck. I'm
trying to figure out how they kept their jobs.
Watch documentary.
Corruption of the highest order.
It sounds like it.
Corruption of the highest order.
It sounds like it. When it comes to the general public, and people, keep in mind, y'all, they're going through all this. People still got to pay taxes, and it sounds like from what Yaman was saying, they still got to pay their water bill. Where's this money going? If there is no direct remediation to fix what was broken or messed up or whatever, why am I paying? I wouldn't have paid my bill.
But that's because the citizens ain't stood up. I would be like, band together and be like, yo, we ain't paying this. We ain't paying it.
Bro, I can't speak for people who are there, because I really don't know. I'm definitely gonna watch the video. I'm very interested at this point. But at the end of the day, if I am going through something in my home, for example, still got to pay rent no matter what, but I got, fungus and all that in my house, I'm not paying rent. I'm just not going to do it. Why feed into it if no one is trying to fix the problem?
Yeah.
Why pay into it? I mean, these are tax dollars. If they're requiring tax dollars, fix it.
That's because ain't nobody stood up. Ain't nobody willing to stand up.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the documentary. Maybe I can have a better conversation when I see it. I'll be honest with you. They quieted that down for a very long time because I didn't realize it was still an issue.
You know how they quieted it down?
How?
They used your boy.
Biden?
No.
What?
Obama. Put like this. He played part of the video. So Obama was in Flint, Michigan, giving a speech to the people there. Before the speech started, he's in the back. They got the shit on video. And he clearly said, we're going to do this. I'm going to ask for some water or whatever, and I'm going to sip it. Basically, it was a stunt. So while he's speaking to these people, in front of these people who are pretty much being tortured with this water, he talk about, oh, I'm thirsty. I need a sip of water. Let me get some of y'all water. Get it in the glass, put his lip to that shit, and act like he drink it. Here's the issue with that. I'm not going to sit here and say that he could have went there and automatically fixed the problem. But he had a bully pulpit. He could have said, look at this water that's brown. There's no reason that these people should be drinking this. We have to fix this. We got to do something. The American people got to do something. We got to band together. He didn't do that shit. He coddled to the system and allowed that shit to go on. He's also a piece of shit. And he has a major hand in what happened.
And I'm pretty sure his water wasn't brown because they would not let the president drink anything.
I said he should have had the water that was brown to show the truth. Of course, he had a glass of water that looked fine. That was a given.
Yeah. Yaman, can you hear us?
Yaman, are you good?
You frozen.
Yeah. This is for me it's messed up that we can't get him because of this damn reception.
Yeah.
Like we really want. So he can be telling his story.
Yeah. Good afternoon. And frustrated. Not like we do. I want to come here today to apologize.
Too late. Too late. Too late. We already sick.
We have a short-term
wow
that needs to be repaired. Everybody's responsibility. And I'm going to make sure that responsibility is met. That's why I'm here. To tell you directly that I see you and I hear you. We invest. Can I get some?
Oh, that's the boy right there.
I want a glass of water.
Get a bottle. Get a bottle.
I want a glass of water. Everybody settle down. This is a feisty crowd. Thank you. I really did need a glass of water. This is stunning.
What? He wet his lips. He did not drink it. He didn't sip it. He wet his lips.
There was an audible gasp in the audience. People were just like absolutely dejected. Why would you do that?
I am sure that somewhere when I was 2 years old, I was taking a chip of paint, tasting it, and I got some lead.
Get out of here.
Talking about like, well, I didn't wear a seatbelt and I'm fine. It's like, but there were tons of people that died.
Backstage, the president, sitting at the table with the criminal governor, decided to perform his stunt all over again.
You know, generally I have not been doing stunts here, but you know.
That's not what I expected.
First of all, the comment generally.
It felt like he minimized like what people were actually going through and struggling with. If you were actually poisoned, you would not be president. You would be janitor Barack Obama.
We were holding on to hope that he would declare a disaster area. A disaster.
That's what should have happened.
It would give us pipe replacement, get engineers in here. Then we could get Medicare for all the residents of Flint. As soon as he took a drink of the water and said everything's fine, that was that.
And look at it, years
If I'm not mistaken, isn't there federal funding for these situations?
But
once you declare an emergency in an area, isn't there federal funding?
Yeah, but they never did though, because he said it was okay. He pretty much said, "Oh no, the water's good."
No.
Yeah. So that's why they never got FEMA involved. They never got nobody else involved because he provided cover.
And him saying generally this wouldn't be a stunt. What do you mean generally? So you mean to tell me you go places as president, like as our leader, and you're stunting? You're performing stunts just so people can trust you, knowing that people will.
I keep telling y'all about that used car salesman. But y'all love him. His smooth talking ass. Y'all love that motherfucker. This motherfucker dropped so many bombs on the Middle East that they ran out of bombs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now here's the crazy thing.
Narrow one of these politicians, not now, past or never. Yeah, Holly, I'm with you when you're right.
Hold up, I got a question for your mind. If they actually allow, you know, if the reception and the powers that be allow them to actually get on. Your mind, can you hear me?
Right. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Well, for now, for a second. For a second. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With the bottled water that people are getting in Flint, is Nestle Pure Life any of the bottled water that the people get?
What'd you say?
When it comes to getting bottled water in Flint, does Nestle provide any water to the people of Flint?
Now, when I was getting water for my family and my grandmother, it was not Nestle at that time. I recently found out about what Nestle did, buying Flint water and everything like that. But we didn't get Nestle, and it wasn't because.
Wow, yo. Wow.
Man, what's going on?
Yeah, we gonna have to have him back one day when he's home or something like that.
I'm looking right now. There's a chance. I'm checking something to see if some of these people. Oh, there we go. Paula Butler.
So Jay, what you been up to?
Work.
Oh, work. I forgot. Why did I even ask?
Nothing different on my end.
Why did I even ask? Did you look at that what I sent you?
No, I haven't done it. Bro.
You're dropping the ball. You're dropping the ball.
Let me go ahead and tell you and the people, okay?
You quit. What?
No. I ain't no fool neither. I got bills. But here's the thing. You know, I lately things are getting like crazy at my job. Like I am working way more hours. I am salary, but I'm working like way more hours. Literally, I didn't finish today until like 6:45. And then I got up to take a break, and then I was like, oh yeah, let me hop on real quick.
All right, hold that thought. Let's try to get him back in.
Okay.
Yaman.
You there?
Nah, he froze. He frozen again. Like I think it's a combination of a bad reception and they don't want him to talk, yo.
Yeah. Message him and tell him we'll bring him on another time.
All right.
So what sparked the topic? Was it watching the video on YouTube? Or is it something new going on? Because I haven't heard anything about Flint, honestly, and about.
Well, Food talks about it all the time because, you know, he Instacart. So, you know, he running into people getting that Nestle water shit.
So. What happened was I made a post on the Nextdoor app about don't buy Nestle Pure Life water. And upon me doing that, I'm still getting people commenting about it because they didn't know that Nestle was kind of behind it too. One of the people who actually said something lives near me and happened to be from Flint. So I asked her, does she have anybody from Flint that would be willing to come on? And she talked about, she said her cousin. So that's how I was able to make it happen. And I wanted to kind of go deeper into it. But what I wasn't expecting was that documentary. The documentary don't even touch Nestle Pure Life. Like it don't even touch Nestle. It touches on what happened. Like how did everything happen? What was going on behind the scenes? It talks about
Nestle. What happened with Nestle? What happened with Nestle?
No, Nestle is the company. Governor Rick Snyder sold their water to Nestle for $200. Yeah, this shit is deep and it's bad.
Oh.
But like I said, when you watch that documentary, man, that shit gonna hit so hard it don't make no sense. I'm actually on
I'm gonna have to watch it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You gonna watch it. That shit gonna pull at your heartstrings, without a doubt. And for everybody that's watching, we apologize. Y'all know how it is with technical difficulties or whatever. It can happen at any given time. It could be one of us, and sometimes it's the guest. And what we've noticed a lot of times is when it's the guest, I would never blame it on their reception. I blame it on the powers that be. The documentary. Hold up. The link is right there. But all you got to do is go on YouTube and type in frontline Flint water crisis, and it's gonna come up. Don't even worry, like it's gonna pop right. You don't even need the link, and you good, because and send it to people. Like let people know exactly what's going on, because it's gonna make you look at things differently. And for me personally, it's another situation where the government fails you. Why would you trust them? Why? Give me one reason why. Now, I'm gonna throw something out that I'm pretty sure happened, which is also sad. They probably was incentivizing people in Flint to get that shot in their arm as an incentive for something, whether it was money or anything, because that's how they move. And with me making that statement, it's like, if anybody from Flint, Michigan got that shot in their arm, it really is something wrong. But if they fucked up your water, why are you trusting them with what goes on? What like putting something in your body like that? Nah, it ain't going down like that. But we definitely gonna revisit this, and it's just gonna be a little bit more preparation and see, because I want to get people lined up. I want 10, 15, 20 people to come on and tell their story, because I talked to Kimani yesterday. He told me in Philly right now, that water that's coming out of whatever, the sink, shower, or whatever, is peeling people's skin off. Like, Flint kind of was the kickstart. But what they've done lately with these chemical spills, with these purposeful chemical spills, y'all see what the result is. So I ask again, why do you trust these motherfuckers? Give me the reason that you trust them. It should be a matter of, when somebody comes to you with something and it goes against the system, I would think that you would trust that person more than the system. I'm not saying that person that's talking to you might be the most, like, hasn't done you dirty in the past, but 9 times out of 10, they care about you. They love you. But in the situation we've been dealing with, the motherfuckers who love you and ain't never did you dirty, y'all wasn't listening to us at all. But that situation with Flint, man, wow, yo, I'm telling you. Matter of fact, it will be something to revisit. For everybody that's watching, watch a documentary, and then we talk about
it. It's crazy, because it's like we watching a slow, controlled demolition of all systems and institutions, which that maintain our healthy and functional society. So we got all these train derailments with chemicals and shit. We got barges all of a sudden breaking loose. Like, I ain't never heard, in my 45 years of living, I ain't never heard of barges breaking loose and now they sinking in the river in Ohio. Never heard of that before. We got this the banking collapse that's happening. It's like they slowly but surely breaking it. What did I say? I might have said this about 2 or 3 years ago. We're gonna be in some Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome shit in about another 3 years. Y'all motherfuckers laughing and shit. I'm serious. It's gonna be just like that.
I'm gonna tell you something that I saw today, and it was my first time really seeing it. I was at Sam's Club, and I saw multiple older white people, and they probably was buying like 6, 7 cases of water. And y'all know those waters at Sam's and like Costco, them shits is big.
40 pack.
Yeah, they was
$4.
They was buying a lot of fucking water, and I was like, I looked at that shit like, wait a minute, oh shit, because it was a recurring thing. I'm looking like, and it was all older white people, all of them, older white people.
Smart.
I didn't even know how the fuck they was getting that shit in their car.
Yo, did you realize that Bill Gates made $500 million off of the fucking damn jab? He invested $55 million and made $500 million. Now, remember, he was one of those proponents for, yeah, it's safe and effective, blah, blah, blah. Now he's come out and said Yeah, they want all that fake because he done got his money now. So he like, fuck that. But now guess what he pushing? He pushing the inhaling shit. So now, yeah, we can catch it right there at the nose if you just inhale it. So now he pushing that. So okay, so he didn't invest it. So now you can just logically say he done invested in that, and now he pushing this inhaler shit that they got coming out now. Capitalism at its finest. But but the Americans listening to this motherfucker. He ain't even a college graduate.
Nah, they talked about this before, which is the irony. People are listening to a person who made a computer that couldn't keep the viruses out of his computer, but you trusted him about a virus.
No, he helped create the virus.
He created. I apologize. He created the virus. Like, y'all, people don't see the irony in all of this. But once again, it is what it is, yo. We want to thank everybody that tuned in. Like I said, we apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm gonna do my best. If we don't revisit this next week, maybe in a couple weeks. But in the meantime, everybody's homework is to watch a documentary. Frontline, Flint water crisis.
Yep.
I promise you. I know for a fact it's gonna be two particular scenes that's gonna hit you hard. Like, you're gonna say, "What the fuck?" It's gonna be a matter of, did he really say that? And at the very end, let's just say it don't matter about Democrat, Republican. Two heads of the same snake. But in this instance, the snake that you think is the snake, it's not, because at least they did something. Like, you gotta, when you see it, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. And it's sad. Like, when Jermaine just played that video with Obama's punk ass, with Floyd, with Dan Snyder. I mean, I said Dan Snyder, Rick Snyder.
Wow, Rick Snyder.
Yeah, with Rick Snyder and those people's reactions. How the fuck you gonna come in here and apologize? The fuck out of here. Like, when Clinton apologized for the Tuskegee experiment, some shit, that shit happened a long ass time ago. This motherfucker apologized for something that he clearly had a part of, and it was a cover-up, and he was part of that shit too. Fuck apologizing. They should have whooped his ass. They should have whooped his ass. But even with doing that, it doesn't bring back what happened. Like, that's the issue. Like, that's the biggest thing. But like I said, we're gonna revisit this. We apologize for the technical difficulties. It was cool to have Jay on. She made an appearance, which is beautiful. And when we come back the next time, we're gonna have multiple guests, because I think if more people knew exactly what happened and knows exactly what happened, it would be more outrage. And the last thing I'm gonna say is, do not buy Nestle Pure Life water at all. Do not support Nestle, period. Don't buy none of that shit. But that water, don't buy it. Morally and ethically, it's just wrong. To show y'all how serious I am about it, I wouldn't give a fuck if I was dying of thirst. I'm not drinking that water. And it's crazy because it's happened to me on a golf course before. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't hand me no Nestle Pure Life, and don't give me no goddamn Dasani. I don't want that shit. I'm good. Dasani is just, that shit is ridiculous. I'm fine. But that Nestle Pure Life, morally, is just wrong. So we'll see y'all next week. Please spread the word. Tag some people on the video. Tag some people with this particular show, and also download the Nextdoor app. Trust me, being that you watch this show, we know that you're like-minded individuals like we are. You're able to meet a lot of people in your area that think like you. Post in there. I post more in there now than I post on Facebook. But I'm doing it with people I can interact with. I might see them at the supermarket.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And that's what you want. You want to be able to touch some of these people. So treat Facebook as more national and Nextdoor as more local, which is the move. So y'all have a good night. We appreciate y'all jumping on. And don't forget, please spread the word about this documentary. Frontline, Flint water crisis.
Jay, stay on.
Good night, y'all.
I I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
You see what your